we actually ended up having to change some things around. What we were expecting to see, we saw a little bit of it, but they made a lot of changes, so we had to adjust. In the second half, they came out really tough. They were, hats off to them. They played tough. They fought to the end, and we kept fighting. It was a fight on both sides, and we ended up being able to pull it out in the end.
I think for everyone that played last year, the bitter taste of the loss was still feeling pretty fresh. So it helped get us through the game. We just came together as a team. I want to give a special shout out to Q, 51 years old and still blocks like a train. It's amazing. Without him, I probably wouldn't be holding this ball, that's for sure, because he just makes the holes and he drills through them. So, the whole O-line and everyone else, the receivers doing their blocks, just as a whole unit, we came together this year. Well, we knew they were a big, strong physical team. They executed a lot of stuff that we maybe hadn't seen before or was different to what they executed before. They made a lot of big holes. Vivaldi, obviously, we know he's a very tricky runner. He showed us that again tonight. We had to really give everything we've got to try and shut him down, and I think in the end we did, but it took quite a lot of the game to get into that.
Well, like I said, we were expecting to see one thing out of their offense, and we went into the game thinking we've got to contain on the outside, on the edges. We have to keep contained, and we lost it a couple of times. We were finally able to get that under wraps, but then they were able to find seams on the inside where they were doing a lot of zone read stuff and also dropping back to pass, and then when the quarterback couldn't find a receiver, he was finding lanes to run through, and we weren't able to make the tackle. So we made a few more adjustments towards the end, and we were able to slow it down long enough to get our offense back on the field. And at that point, our offense just took over. And I mean, that was just an awesome drive. They started at the 20, they're at our 20, drove down the field 80 yards, must have taken 4 or 5 minutes off the clock. And that's what you want to do. That's what you need to do at the end of the ball game right there. Our defense was tired, and our offense took over for us and won that game. So it was a complete team effort. Well, I've seen a lot of teams in that situation quit. Our guys didn't, and I'm proud of them for it.
Massive thank you. Special shout out to my mum and dad, who actually were flown out here for holiday just to see this. My dad's gone to the airport now to catch a flight straight after the game, so huge shout out to them. But everyone else that turned up, thank you, and the win's for you guys.
Absolutely, thanks. We appreciate everyone's support and coming out and pulling for us over the years and through the good times and the bad times. Thank you, and to the families that allow us to come out here and practice when we're taking their husbands and their boyfriends away from them for 4 hours a week plus game days, allowing us to do that. We're greatly appreciative of it.